Hey guys, Limerick Fisherman, and I got a requested video for you about all my tackle. I'm leaving one part out, and I'm going to have a link to that pretty much. It's all of my Alabama rig stuff. I don't plan on talking about any of that today because it's like 3 or 4 different boxes. And I'll link that video in the descriptions, maybe a little annotation for you. I got a lot of stuff. And also another thing I wanted to say is that I'm going to have an update of this video probably around January, February, maybe March, sometime in there. I might have a couple different updates because I'm going to redo a lot of things, restock, along with there's a few new techniques that I kind of want to get into, and I'm going to expand my horizons on some techniques. So I'm going to get more. I'm going to make new boxes for different things in the organization. First, we're going to start with my jig box. It's a pretty big mess. I haven't used jigs a whole lot this year. It's been really about soft plastic if it's been anything slow moving. Texas rig, shaky head, a little bit of Carolina rig. But here's my jig box. I've got usually I've got these in a separate bag or a separate box, but they're all mixed up. There's a big Buckeye mock jig, the big old thing. I've got them labeled. This is finesse. This is supposed to be little finesse jigs, like 1/4 ounce and less. This is 1/4 ounce jigs, 3/8, and then I got a lot of 1/2 ounce jigs. So I got it labeled here. It's hard to see, but I got it 1/2 ounce from here and all through here. I've got swimming jigs in here along with flipping jigs, casting jigs, and that's one of the things I'm also going to change for next season. I'm going to separate my flipping jigs with my swimming jigs with my casting jigs. They all have their own applications, and I'm going to separate them. Instead of having them all in one big box, I'm going to have them all. I'm going to have the separate ones in smaller boxes. But that pretty much is it. I've got rubber ones. I've got silicone. Here's a swimming jig. That's a 3/8 ounce. I've got them all pretty unorganized. Like I said, I haven't used them much. Sometimes I put them just in the package so I know what color I've used for the day. I'll just put the package like that in there. Here is a new box that I started earlier this year, and I'm going to expand on it more next year. This is for summertime fishing or anytime I'm using a football jig. I got all my football jigs. I got them 3/4 ounce, 1/2 ounce, 3/4 and 1 ounce football jigs. I've also got my big spoons along with replacement hooks for them. Also, I've got some swivels for them as well. And that's that. I'm going to expand on that more. Football jigs, I rarely use anything less than 3/4 ounce because you might as well just pretty much use a Texas rig or a casting jig. This box is going to have a lot of changes next season. This is my terminal tackle box, and I've got more terminal tackle here and there and everywhere, but this is pretty much the gist of it. I've got all kinds of good stuff in here. I've got swivels and stuff for Carolina rigs, beads. I've got all my hooks in the sizes. I've got 1/02, 3, 4, 5, and 6/0, and I have these all together with flipping hooks, big mag worm hooks, and also straight hooks, and then also flipping hooks like this. And like I said, next year is going to be a big change. I'm going to do a lot like with the football jigs, or with the jig box. I'm going to separate them: flipping hooks, worm hooks, extra heavy worm hooks, stuff like that. I'm going to separate them better. Also, I've got my treble hooks here. I believe this is size 2, 4, 6, and 8. I could be wrong. And then I've also got some extra ones that are like really rusty or really old. Every now and then I might need to use one for practice, and I don't really care to catch them all. I'll replace them out. I'm going to expand that as well. There's some crankbaits, especially like the Spro Little Johns and stuff, that some of the round bend treble hooks just aren't exactly what I would like. I'd like to get a different size. I think like a 5 size or something like that. So I'm going to expand on that. Also, I've got different gauge and different wires. Like I've got round bend like that. That's a number 2 round bend. Also, I've got my KVD EWG hooks. I'm gonna get more into that in the next video because I'm really gonna be able to separate them better. I've got my trailer hooks here. I need to get some more keepers, form the little rubber keepers, but I've got all the trailer hooks there. Spare hooks there, like I said, some rusty ones and stuff. Here's all my weights along with jig heads in the appropriate sizes. I've got 1/8 ounce, 1/16, 1/4, 3/8, 1/2, and 3/4. And then also, as far as big flipping weights, I've got them like, this is an 1.25 ounce flipping weight. So I got it in the 1/4 ounce box. I've got my drop shot weights in the 1/4 ounce ones. And then this one is roughly 1 3/8 ounce flipping hook. So so I've got it in the 3/8 box. Also, I've got the Jean LaRue, what Tommy Biffle made famous, that little deal. I'm sure you know what it is. I forgot what it's called. I really haven't used it much. I've got that in the appropriate size. And then stuff that I've got in here, usually just extra stuff that I haven't organized. A lot of these are jig heads that I bought a couple years ago that I don't really use anymore. 3/8 ounce Strike King football jigs that I can use with a shaky head, or I can put a skirt on it. A lot of times I let my clients use some of these old jig heads, just honestly so that I can use the better ones, I'm not gonna lie. Because, you know, I mean, my money's on the line in the tournament, so sometimes I do that. Then here, this is for my Carolina rigs. Good little tip. I'm not sure if I put it on my channel or not, but you can get one of the foam things you use in the pool. Make it, wrap it around, boom, keep your Carolina rigs. You can have 5 or 6 of them rigged up all the time. Make sure you're looking at me. This is with my Alabama rig box, but also I use this in tournaments where I'm fishing at another guy's boat. I'll put randomly a whole bunch of stuff that I know I'm going to use, like extra weights, extra beads, extra trailer hooks, swivels. This I used a lot on Lake Lanier. This is extra Alabama rig stuff that I've used. These are my 1/4 ounce. I believe those are my 1/4 ounce heads for my Alabama rig. No, that's 1/4. It's 3/8, and then I got the halves in another Alabama rig box. Then right here, how many minutes are we in?
About 6, almost 7.
Okay, I'm probably going to stop at about 9 or 10. Okay, here is, like I said, there's going to be some changes to this box as well. So far, this is my Topwater box. I've got a lot of my hollow belly frogs. You know, I love to fish them in all the different colors. Some of the old ones, I use them for the hooks and stuff. Some of these are old. I've had them for a while and used them, and they've been used up a whole lot. See that? It's just terrible. I'm going to do some different things for next season. But, see that? It's just not good. No bueno. I've been trying these out a little bit. I've never really used these in the past, but I got them in there. Then I've got this. That's a Paycheck Baits, one of their new frogs. Then I've got an extra trailer hook for my buzz baits too. Buzz baits and also these, I use them for trailer hooks. Then I got my popping baits. I got a Strike King. I got a Bass Pro Shop series and a Rapala. Then here's the Strike King Sexy Dogs. I've got the Lucky Craft Sammy there. Those are my walking baits. And then down here on some of these lakes, big topwaters, these big pencil poppers are the deal. So I got these two. And like I said, I'm probably for next season, I'm probably going to get a whole new box just for frogs, especially my hollow bellies. I might combine these two types of frogs together, I'm not sure. Then I'm going to have a box for my poppers and my walking type baits, my pencil poppers, stuff like that. Hard walking topwater baits. And also I've got, this is a really special bait here, guys. This right here is about a $35 lure. It looks a lot like the Lucky Craft Kelly Jordan Gunfish, I believe it's called, but this is the actual original one. This is the one Kelly Jordan got the idea off of for Lucky Craft. This is a Brian's B. You can look it up, Brian's Baits. He's a homemade, handcrafted bait maker in North Carolina. Jason Quinn, I got this idea from Jason Quinn. I was watching a video he did for Classic Patterns, and this is the bull brim color. Really nice bait. Honestly, I haven't caught a lot of fish on it because I don't use it that much. I really don't. It's a good bait though. It really is. It's really good around brim beds. Really, really dynamite. Then here's my shallow cranking box. All my square bills. And also I've got a few wake baits in here. Here's Bandit Flat Max. Here's a Balsa Bee crankbait. Got some of the different Strike King square bills. I've got the classic winning bait right there. A lot of these I use quite a bit. Really good baits, they are. Lucky Crafts, I used to catch a lot of fish on these. Lucky Craft, Rick Clun series crankbaits. Silent and the rattle ones both really good. Let's see, that's about all you need to know for that. I keep that separate. I don't plan on making much change to that next year. I might make a change, but I doubt it. I'm probably just going to add to it. Here's my medium diamond crankbait and rattle trap box. And also I usually add some jerk baits to it if I plan on fishing them much. I've got some shad wraps in here too. They're pretty much medium diving crankbaits. And here's some shad wraps. If I can get it out. Here's a shad wrap jointed in the middle. Pretty good bait. I'm going to start using those a lot more with spinning equipment. It's like I used to catch a lot of fish with those and these kind of baits, as well as these bomber. I think they're 4S's. What are they? No, this is a fat-free guppy. I used to catch so many fish with these. It's crazy. And then here's a spur Little Johns. I keep them in here as well. Got all my jerk baits. Next year I'm probably going to expand. I'm going to have a jerk bait box. I might have a separate rattle trap box, and then I'll have my medium diving build crankbaits like my Strike King Series 3s and my Bandits. Let's see. Got all my rattle traps here. Got the Strike Kings and the Golds, and I got Saybill. They make a really great rattle trap, especially in clear water, around grass. Excellent bait. A lot of the Clark's Hill lakes and stuff like that, really clear. If they want to bite a rattle trap, or you're fishing around any kind of clear water, get your Saybill in this color. Great bait. I'm not sure exactly what it is. Maybe you can get a good look at that. It's a really dynamite bait. I got a couple of them. And then also in this clear one with the yellow is really pretty good bait too. That right there is dynamite. Then I've got a few old rattle traps that I've had for years. I usually let my dad use them because he always gets home. So I usually give him like this gold one that's pretty much crap. You can still catch fish on it. Don't get me wrong. You can catch fish on pretty much everything in my box, but you know, I just don't want to use it. It's not as good as some of these other baits. And then here I've been experimenting with some of these Rapala ones that have the little knocker thing. It's pretty neat. Then I've got some one knocker baits, Excalibur. Got all my different sizes. These are 1/2 ounce rattle traps, and I've also got my 1/4 ounce rattle traps, the few that I do have, and I might expand that line next year. I got those in my square bill box that I just showed you.